Hey, so check it. My first 5 shots is with my Alpha Romulus with the red dot, the Sealy Bull red dot. First 5 shots. I put the dot on there last night, and that's my very first 5 shots. When I tell you this thing shoots flat, it shoots flat. I'm loving this thing right here already. Let's go. All right, so the Alpha Romulus right here, 4.25, 4 1/4, 9mm and 9mm with the island component. Now this is the Bull SAS 2. This is the actual full length ported. As you can see, it has a green dot. Everything's being shot at 25. What is it? 25 feet? Yeah. All right, here we go. Woo! Ooh, I don't know which one I like better, boy. Both them jokers. Now I just rented the Bull Armory SAS. Ooh, yeah, man, they spot on, man. They both spot on. All right, so again, this is the Romulus, the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus, 4 1/4 with the island comp in the front. I like the grip, nice mag well, 3.5 flat trigger. Like I said, I have the Sealy, the Sealy optical on it with the big window. Excuse me. That joker fell. Oops, I had the safety on. Whoo! Look at that. I don't know which one shoots flatter though. I don't know if it's the Bull Armory or this Alpha Romulus. It is nice. And then put the safety up. That joker, nice. Oh. I don't know, man. No. And it's accurate. I know I pull one right here. I know that. The rest is history. All right. We'll go to Bull Armory once again. It also has the Sealy optic, excuse me, and it is ported. And when I say this joker shoots flat, whew, pay attention. Bro. That's 10 rounds through the Bull Armory, 10 rounds through the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus, and only 1 round, and that was with the Romulus that's outside of the black. And I pulled that one. I already know I pulled that one. I felt when I pulled that one. But for the most part, whew, I'm finna tear this black bullseye target up with these two. So with this Alpha Romulus, right? I just got this. That joker just came in early this week. I want to say, what's today? Friday. I want to say it came in on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. I just got it. What I'm doing is I'm trying to see Alpha Foxtrot Romulus. That's 10 rounds first 10 rounds that I just showed y'all were shot in the Alpha Romulus. 10 rounds in, of course, the Bull Armory SAS. I'm trying to figure out. I want to go to a 2011 for competition purposes. So, that's what I want for competition. To a 2011. But I've been kind of in the air on which one I want to do. Do I want to go with the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus? Do I want the Bull Armory SAS? Do I want to get the Kimber 2K? Or there's just a few different options. Of course, the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus is at a better price point. I paid $1,500 for, give or take a little few change or whatever. Whereas the Bull Armory SAS, I think it's more closer to 2,000. But they're both, definitely much cheaper than the Kimber 2K11, as well as the SIG GTO P211. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely more affordable compared to those two 2011s. But right now, my thing is I'm just trying to see. I love how the Alpha Foxtrot has run so far with just 10 rounds. I'm about to do some double taps and see how that go. But yeah, I might have to. It looks like I'm gonna go ahead and I'm probably gonna end up purchasing the Bull Armory as well because I love both of these shoot amazingly flat. Both of them. I cannot lie, they both shoot flat as all get out. Um, as you can see. Well, I don't know if you could see that, but I will definitely get an opportunity, maybe not today, but at a later date, just so you can see how flat they shoot. All right, some double taps. Definitely on that. I felt it though. When I didn't, yeah, I had to get back on. I shot before I allowed my dot to get back. So here we go. I felt this one all the way to the left when it happened. This one right here, I didn't let my dot. But for the most part, and I think this is one of the other ones. Yeah, I didn't let my dot get back. All right, so now it's the double tap with the Bull Armory. All right, double tap with the Bull Armory. That's it. I don't feel like I with that one. Bull Armory, I don't feel like I threw. Let's see. I didn't throw one. I didn't throw one at all with the Bull Armory. That's crazy. I didn't throw one. Go figure. All right, I'm gonna do the double tap again. I felt like I gave the Bull Armory a fair advantage, or an advantage, not fair, but an advantage over the Romulus because I pulled one. But let's see. Pulled one at the top. I saw it when I shot it. Pull that top one. Yep. The rest of them was good because I'm tearing up that middle. Tearing up that middle, but again, this is something I gotta get used to. I'm used to shooting my Canon Horizon, which is definitely way different than shooting both of these 2011s. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. All right, so now the Bull Armory at 50 feet. I missed that one. I threw the last two shots. I pulled them. The last two shots were pulled. I already know it. Yep. Ooh. Damn, right here. Okay. All right. All right, so I just did the Bull Armory SAS at 50 feet. Now I'm finna do the Alpha Romulus at 50. All right, so here we go. I didn't feel like I pulled any, but let's see. I didn't feel like I did. That joker shoot flat though. I love that joker. That's flat. I didn't feel like I Let's see. Feel like I might have pulled one here, so maybe one down here. For the most part, it's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Either way. All right, now the Alpha brought at 45 feet. I just Bull Armory that's at 45 feet, but I didn't record it. I'm about to shoot the Romulus because it is my. I want to see exactly. I may have pulled one. I may have pulled one. Okay. I'm kind of getting confused. I feel like I pulled one or two, but I know I pulled one or two with the Bull Armory as well. So let's go. All right, here is the Bull Armory at 40 feet. That Joker's, how flat that Joker shoot is ridiculous. That Bull Armory is a must-have. I feel like, even though I have the Romulus, woo-wee, woo-wee, nice. So with my Alpha Foxtrot Romulus, I'm gonna try to aim here and see how I do at 40 feet. Now, Alpha Romulus. All right, I showed you where I was aiming, where I plan on aiming at. 40 feet. Let's see. So I feel like I hit a one might be in there. I can't really tell. All right. Man. So I really can't tell which one shoots flatter. To be honest with you, the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus, which is this, the one I just purchased, and the Bull Armory SAS. I really couldn't tell you which one shoots flatter. I can't tell you. Both of them shoot flatter. I like to shoot flatter. I like the trigger on the That's the target. I really don't know which one shoots flatter. I like both of them though. I will say that. I like both of them. And I gotta say, I love this Sealy optic. The Bull optic, Sealy Bull optic. I love that optic. That window is crazy. I love the size of that window. I have the Bull optic too, but it's the small one. Not the Bull, but the Sealy optic. Not the Bull. It's the Sealy optic. It's just a small one, and it's a green. I prefer I just do. But yeah, man, this is where I'm at. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know what it is. Sean, stage ready. If you stage ready, you stay ready. So this is what it is. I wanted to come out here and shoot both. Like I said, I just got my my Alpha Foxtrot Romulus. and I wanted to compare it to the bull armor before. If you follow me on YouTube, I say yes. But I wanted to show both of them at the same time and compare it to it. And man, to be honest, it's hard to say. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to say. I like both of them. I'm glad I made this purchase. Alpha Foxtrot though. I just got to get it ready for competition purposes and stuff like that. But yeah, I love the way it feels and everything. It's definitely different than my Canon Roger. All right, the Bull Army at 30 feet. I pull one. I pulled one. I know I did. I feel like it's this one right here, but I can't tell. I couldn't tell you where, but I felt like it was to the left. I felt like it was this one. But hey. Okay, that's the Bull Army. Let's go. Alright. Now, the Alpha Foxtrot at 30. I feel like the Romulus or the Bull Armory mag comes out a lot easier than the Romulus does. Just in my opinion, I just feel like it comes out. I don't feel like I pulled any that time, but it is what it is. 5 at 30 feet, more rounds at 35 feet. Alright, so now I'm finna shoot up here. I'm finna put it at 30 feet away. I'm gonna shoot up here. Think. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot up here for the next one. The bull will go up here and the Romulus will go down here. Remember this one and this one. Only two down up here. That's what I'm. Alright. 30 feet with the Bull Armory. I told you all. I ain't gonna lie. I surprised the hell out of me. That was this one up here. That one right there, that first one. And then that one came right behind it. These are the 5 right here. With the Bull Armory. They all over the place. Because of that first shot threw me off. Alright. Now, Alpha Foxtrot Romulus. I showed you down at the 30 feet. Y'all remember that's already down. I pulled one out. You know where those those two shots were prior? These two right here are already there. These two right here. So these are the 5 right here for the Alpha Romulus. 1, 2, 3. Same. In regards. Now, let's work on it again. This is my grip. Definitely my grip. So let's work on it again. So, now remember this 5 right here. Remember right here. Romulus 5. Bull Armory. Alright. Alright, at 30 feet, Bull Armory. I will say I have to actually reach to hit the slide lever. I have to actually turn the weapon like this to actually reach it. My thumb won't reach it from here. So I will say that for the Bull Armory. Alright, here we go. Something about those rounds, that joker probably dead. The casing probably. I'm glad, and that's to have eye protection. That joker came right back at me. Better grouping. Oh my. That's a better grouping. Okay, so that was the 10 shots for the bull armory. All right, the Alpha Romulus. Now remember the 5, y'all can from here, 30 feet. All right, let's get it. Yeah, okay, here we go. That's way, see? There it is, right there. Alpha Foxtrot Romulus, right here. Don't count these two, just this right here. And this is the bull arm. Alright. Alright. Last 5 rounds of that box into this Alpha Foxtrot Romulus because it is my weapon. So that's the one I'm gonna go ahead and finish that box off with and finish this range session. So, alright, same spot, same area. Here we go. Y'all can kind of see it from here. That was 25 feet, as you can see. There we go. There it is. Alpha Foxtrot Romulus. Alright. There we have it. Still, bull armory is still a good weapon. And Alpha Foxtrot Romulus, which is my weapon now. You just gotta see. Alright, so I put about 75 rounds through the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus and 50 rounds through the bull armory, because this is a 100 round case of 9mm. So with that being said, yeah, I'm pretty straight, man. I'm happy with my purchase. I love it. In regards to the competitiveness between the two weapons, like I said, man, it's very pretty much even. As you can see, bull armory up here, Alpha Foxtrot Romulus down here, and then all of this is both of them in the middle. So, yeah. And so with that, man, I just have to say, it's even match, man. I will say I may have to give a slight edge to the armory, though, just a slight. It's not really even say a whole lot about, but yeah, give a slight edge to the bull armory. Both of them shoot mad flat. I love the trigger on both. I love the dots on both, but I love my dot better. Both of them are seated, like I spoke about earlier, but my window is bigger, so I prefer that either way. But hey, that's what it is, man. So until the next time, man, y'all know what time it is. It's ready. You stay ready. You stay ready. I'm gonna holler back at y'all. Y'all be easy, and I'll catch y'all on the next range day. I'm out. Peace. Cyro 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated, always in the building.